Hey, everybody.
Welcome.
Happy Saturday night.
We're so happy that you're here.
Yeah, and welcome back to Dustin and Michelle Resell.
Yes, tonight we're going to be talking about another fun topic, something that can help you make some more money in your reselling business, and that is vintage playing cards. But before we get to that, if you haven't been with us before, we are full-time resellers, and we cross-list to Mercari, eBay, Poshmark via List Perfectly, and we love what we do, so we have a YouTube channel about it. Thanks for your support, guys. Thanks for being here tonight or watching the replay.
Oh, yeah. Wait till you get a load of what we're going to talk about tonight. You'll be shocked. Shocked as I was shocked.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is something that I've been selling on eBay since I started selling on eBay about 10 years ago. Just here and there, I'd find these things, and I actually started to become a little bit of a collector myself. And I'll show you a little bit of my collection. So,
no, you have to hang around. It's pretty cool.
Hey guys. So, what are playing cards? I mean, what's the history a little bit?
Okay, so I like to give the history really quickly. I'll give you guys a little bit of tidbits on this. So, it's highly debated, actually, when the first playing cards, were discovered. Some scholars believed that actually they began in China during the Tang Dynasty. And then in the 13th and 14th century, they started to become more common in the 14th century because Germany started manufacturing them for soldiers and figured out a way to do it in a way that was so much more affordable, because it was actually very expensive to buy a deck of cards back in the day because they were handcrafting them.
Oh yeah, just hand-painted works of art they were.
Absolutely.
And so a little bit more expensive. I'm sure they found a way to print them, I guess, in a way. So, that's one thing that collectors love, is they are little works of art.
Yes. And I mean, who doesn't love the history behind stuff? I'm such a sucker for that.
Right. I know. And then the 52 card deck, as we know today, started to become a lot more popular when it was, mass produced. And then, maybe in like the 16th or so century, I believe it was France, that they started introducing the suits and things like that. So it all became to what we know today. And some of these cards, these antique decks, can go for some serious cash, some big bucks, guys. So
so let's check it out.
Yeah, we'll show you some examples here. So, of course, we like to go to the unofficial price guide, which is the
eBay
Solds.
eBay Solds,
right.
Specifically. eBay Solds.
Yes. So we're going to we're going to search for playing card vintage. So just those three keywords. And we're going to see that 63,000 results are up there for sale right now on eBay. Now, so we're going to find the sell-through rates. We'll scroll down quickly to the ones that have sold. We'll click sold here, and we'll see that 11,000 have sold in the past 90 days. Now, that's like a 1 in 6 sell-through rate. That's actually fairly terrible if you're going to...
We're being frank.
But I mean, this is a very broad thing. Now, if it was a very specific item and it was a 1 in 6 sell-through rate, leave it on the shelf. Yeah. But this is very broad, and some of these bring thousands of dollars, guys. So they're worth looking at when you find them. Now, we'll scroll really quick here. We'll do about 4 at a time. You'll see this first row of 4. We're going to look at some of these actually really closely. 2 of these on top here. Now, we got a deck of Russian playing cards from 1902. So they're antique, over 100 years old.
They're the same as our house.
Right? Around the same time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And those went for $2,000 with 18 bids. Now, we'll look at that a little closer, guys. We'll look at a couple of these a little closer. We have some baseball salesman samples. Went for some bids, 7 bids, $1,500. Now, sports cards, vintage sport cards are, no surprise that those can go for some pretty big money, but so can playing cards.
If you didn't check this one out, that one up there on the right, it says Pan Am, which used to be the airline.
Right, and these are like aluminum playing cards, and which is very, very uncommon. I have never seen anything like that.
Yeah, I had to point it out. I was like,
very
wow.
cool, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just kind of scroll down to the next set here, and again, we're going to look at this one closer with some bids. Again, here's another $1,400 deck, New York Consolidated Card Co. Antique, 1897. So, the modern cards with the suits and the court cards, the Queen, Jack, King, and also the Ace, of course, that we know today. And one of the big things that collectors like are the jokers out of these decks. Now,
naughty,
really
naughty jokers.
Most of them are
mischievous.
Mischievous. There's sort of like the trump card or the wild card in the deck sometimes if you're playing
silly. And,
yeah, you know, being silly. So a lot of them, and those are probably the biggest works of art and probably the most sought after thing within a deck, a single card.
Oh, it had to be the most exciting to design that as a designer of a deck of cards, the Joker,
right?
Which you can really let your creative juices flowing, right?
Absolutely, for sure. So even, you know, not the Jokers. Okay, we're looking at like the court cards, like the King, Queen, and the Jack. Those are also works of art. And, you know, the ones that we see today, that the more normal ones, you know, we kind of see the same exact basic image on most every card. But you go back to those European decks, even just the vintage from the 70s, 80s, the European decks are especially...
The Italian decks are amazingly
wonderful.
Beautiful too. Yeah.
Italian, anything from Europe, the Netherlands,
Spain,
Germany, Spain, all those European decks are very sought after because the artwork is much different than our United States modern counterparts, basically. So keep an eye out for all of the decks that are from Europe or anywhere else. Now, check out this one right here. This is 1950s Nintendo playing cards. Now, what's up with that?
Look at that font.
Right?
How awesome is that?
So, I know. Now, this is saying that these are coming from Japan. This deck right here went for $439. It looks like it was still sealed. But Nintendo, I mean, that name right there, that's going to appeal to video game collectors, vintage.
I'm surprised it didn't go for more than 400, actually.
You know, honestly, I agree with you.
Yeah.
For sure. So we also have some, like, look at this Louis Vuitton monograms here. And even those, look at that, $449.
Those are cool.
Oh, for sure. We're going to scroll down one more, and then we'll look at some more specific examples here. As you can see, we're still looking at sets of cards that are selling for $375 here.
Yeah.
So we know that as we scroll down all the way to the bottom, all 11,000, we're going to find that, you know, some of these are going to be worth $20. Those are still worth picking up, you know, if you're going to sell them or only pick them up for $1.
Oh, heck yeah.
And sell these for $20. Now, a lot of newer things like from the 70s and 80s, like Hallmark brand, some from, you know, the most popular brands like Bicycle and Hoyle. Some of those can be good. You just need to find the right ones. So doing your research for sure is going to help you do that. When you find a deck of cards, just look them up.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to go into, you know, a estate sale or something now and go look for them.
Right. I know.
Yeah.
It's they're very easily spottable and all that.
Yeah. And if, you know, unfortunately, you know, when grandma and grandpa pass, maybe they have some old cards tucked away somewhere. You may be able to dig them out and just know what you're looking at.
Yeah, just, you know.
Yeah.
Always check them out. Oh, it's your friend Susie. Hey, Susie.
It's my BFF.
And she's, hey, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And she says that she uses the eBay sold all the time FGL teaching. Awesome. Well, we are so happy to, you know, pass on any knowledge that we have.
Thanks, sweet mama.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining in, and we'll certainly talk to you later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So also getting back into the cards here, we also have some cool examples here. Now, here's one, like we were saying, the more, you know, from the United States, the Bicycle, the Hoyle brand, the more mass produced. Now, here's one, though, that is, it doesn't say what year these are from, but it says that it's sold for $1,400 and with 42 bids.
Holy cannoli.
Right. So it's still sealed. They had the tax stamp. And what they mean by that is this thing right here. It's literally a stamp that they put on the cards to seal it. So that's pretty cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
Right. That's one thing that's sought after if that's still intact by the collectors. Made in USA, of course, you know, people like to see that. We're also air cushion finish. All these little things, you know, type those keywords in and you'll find out how much these are worth.
$1,400.
This one, I mean,
amazing.
I've really never seen Bicycle or Hoyle, you know, go for this much, but this is a very rare deck apparently. So, you know, just, you know, never judge a book by their cover, you know, just do the research.
A deck by its cover.
A deck by its cover. Right? Absolutely. So let's look at another example. Okay, so let's look at some vintage European playing cards right here. Those are my favorites. They have
the art. I can't. Look at how awesome that is.
I know. Look at the Joker here. It's got sort of like this like devilish looking character with a cape on. He's playing some sort of instrument.
And these are generally hand painted back in the day.
Right. And he's got like the hooves for the feet.
Wow.
Just so cool. Now, I have never seen this particular Joker myself. It is certainly not in my collection, which I'll show you a little bit of again. Now look at these court cards as well. The ace, the king here looks like a more religious thing here with a nun and things like that. So we're looking at all of these really cool little pieces of art here. Look at this queen.
Oh wow, look at the colors of that.
Right. So you just don't see these types of arts on the modern decks from around here.
No.
Yeah. So that's really why these European decks are collectible. Look at $1,325 for 10 bids. Let's look at the bids here. So there was 3 different bidders on this right here.
Exciting.
Right. And they started at $37.
No.
Yeah,
that took some cojones as a seller to put it on there for that low.
It really did. Yeah. But they, you know what? They took a really great picture of the Joker. Yeah. And had that as the front. So that was a really good move there to put it in. You know, the bids went up $1,300. So wow, crazy, right?
Wow,
I know.
That takes some courage.
It really does. We'll look at some more courage driven whatchamacallit here. Oh,
playing cards.
Yes, the decks here. Oh, here's another one. Okay, so we're gonna look at another. Here's a Russian deck right here that's sold. Look at this guy's $2,025. Had 18 bids on it. So this one deck of cards, guys. Look at this artwork, though.
Oh, the art's so pretty.
So amazing on these.
Yeah. Wow. Suzanne, I'm sure you probably would totally dig these. She has like the best eye for just art and stuff.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did that have swallows?
It
did. Look at those swallows.
Look at the back of the card here. Really cool.
Whoa.
I mean, no wonder this deck here went for $2,025, 18 bids. Let's look at the bids on this one too. How many? 8 bidders on this one. 8 bidders.
What did it start at?
It started at
$25.
Wow.
I'm a total wimp. Okay.
That went up $2,000.
Holy
on that one there.
I would be biting my fingernails.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine, at the end of this auction, if you're the seller? Wow.
I'm going to start asking people straight up if they have playing cards.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I mean, now that I know this, I'm just going to ask, like, hey, you don't happen to have a game room here.
Right. I know. Oh, John Doe. Hey, John Doe, thank you for joining us. Satire, awesome. Thank you so much for joining in, chiming in. Susie says, insane. I know, right? Again, insane. All these prices for what these are going for. Each one of these could be framed. I know, I agree. We absolutely love them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And here, like I said, I'm going to show you a little bit of my personal collection.
Yes,
because
we waited for this part.
Over the years of thrifting these, there were some that I sold. There were some that I did not sell because I wanted to take the Jokers out and put them in my own collection, right? Because the Jokers are so cool. Now, how I know, that there's collectors out there, I'm one of them. Okay. Here is a Joker collection of my own, and I printed out this particular Joker right here because I actually picked up a deck of European cards. I believe they were from the Netherlands. I found them at Goodwill for like $1, and they were a reproduction of an antique deck. And look at this Joker right here. It's like a little devilish sort of like baby or something. This may even be on the thumbnail of this video as well. So I put this particular deck on eBay, and it sold immediately for like $55. And it was a reproduction of an antique deck just because of these Jokers. Now, the guy actually wrote me and said, hey, I just want the Jokers. Just send me the Jokers. You can keep the rest of the deck. And I'm like, well, whatever. That's how much, people are collecting the Jokers out of these. So, yeah, very easy to sell. I just put these all together. There are different variations of these. Some of them.
I actually have never seen these, you guys. I'm not joking.
Oh, cool.
You've never shown these to me, Dave.
I just found them not too long ago. and sort of prompting us to do this
Hawaii!
here.
Oh my god!
Oh, you don't want to look at that one though. It's, there's some nude.
Oh, it's art.
Whatevers.
It's artwork.
It is art. It is an actual photograph, but here are different variants of some of the different Jokers.
Ah, look at
these are just something else, you know.
Oh, birds.
Really, really cool. Little bits of art. Now I have a bunch of Jokers that I haven't even put in here because I went to a yard sale one time and I saw a big box of Jokers. I'm like, who's the Joker collector? You know, and this lady was like, oh, that was me. My grandpa, she told me to collect Jokers when I was younger. And she had this big box of Jokers. And she, her son thought it was just so crazy that somebody else was a Joker collector. And she actually gave them to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, thank you so much.
Like,
there's still this is it right here. This big stack of Jokers that I've went through, but I haven't even put into the collection yet. And these are ones that I haven't even seen. I mean, look at that.
Oh, really cool.
I know, just amazing little pieces of art here. So
I will never look at a deck of cards again the same way.
It's really fun, you know, and you can find them everywhere. Honestly, you can go into Goodwill and you'll see these. You might not find, you know, the $100,000 decks or whatever all the time.
Well, I'm gonna look for the Jokers now.
The Jokers.
I mean, you know, half the time the stuff at Goodwill is like missing a piece, but.
Yeah.
Who's buying these for thousands? She asks.
the collector like myself, I guess, you know, and some of these people are collecting, you know, full decks. I have a collection of some full decks here that I'll be selling pretty soon or listing. So, you know, yeah, people collect these. And I read that there is a collection in China of somebody, a personal collection. There's 8,000 decks, or I'm sorry, 11,000 decks that this one person has collected.
What?
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
How much is it? Is it for sale, or they just have a collection of?
Yeah, that's their personal collection.
Holy moly!
Yeah, just crazy. I know, right?
Yeah.
And we will show you. I've actually sold a lot of Jokers too. You know, I had like duplicates of that, so I sold like a Joker set as well on eBay. I can't remember what it went for, but we'll also see that. We'll show you some examples of that. You'll see that just single Jokers right here, like this one right here, have sold for $129.
Oh, wow.
One single card with 28 bids. So this is an extremely rare Joker, perhaps. You know, it's one that pops up, and the collectors who are really in need to have every single Joker out there saw this and was like, okay.
I bet you could shop online for these. Like auctions would be a good place to find these cards.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No doubt. Here is right here, 98, lots of different Jokers, single swap cards, $400. You know, here's a collection, you know, on the same like I have with the pages, all different ones, 98 different ones sold for $400. So it is possible, you know, once I finish, you know, putting this collection together, that, you know, it's going to actually that could go for, you know, $400 or so. So we'll see. You know, I'm excited to see how that will go anyway. And you are joking.
Upside down.
Yeah, right. Total Joker.
Yes.
And John Doe says, I have a stack of card decks near me. Probably not worth much since they are tourist decks, but I'll start paying attention to the older ones. I do that, yeah. You can check out those tourist deck ones. Yeah, just look them up. You might be surprised at what some of them are going for, or the Jokers in there may be worth something.
People have been to different places, like touristy places, and you know they like to go back and collect those moments of their life that maybe they missed out on. That could be a good card for someone like that.
And no doubt, absolutely. So we have one more example here that we want to show you guys. This is just the single Joker that we were showing you earlier that was really popular. It had 28 bids. He's
on a seagull.
I know. Look at that, a flying seagull. He's just wearing like a gesture hat, rosy cheeks, you know, saying hello. Great White Fleet serves the Americas. That must be like a steamship or something right there. Here's the back of it right here.
Oh my God, stop it. It's a rug.
It is, yeah.
I wish it could be a rug. Suzanne, find me one.
Pretty sweet right there.
Yeah.
And $129 for the single card. 28 bids. Let's check this out. 10 different bidders. And let's see, they started it off at $1.99.
No way.
Awesome. Look at that. So when you start it off at 99 cents, it's obviously going to, help the bidders be more interested, get like 5 people in it at once.
Right.
Now they're already invested like $1 in it. So they might keep going.
Right.
I think that's the theory behind, starting your auctions off at just $1 is to get more people actually into it right away.
Yeah, because they go, oh no way.
$1.
99 cents.
Yeah, I can bid on that,
Yeah. I can afford to book.
Yeah, and then it goes up to 1,000 after a few bids.
I can afford
You're like,
I can afford 999. What am I doing? Stop it.
Right. Well, guys, we hope this helps you figure out, that there's some big money in some playing cards out there.
Yeah. And now don't be shy. Go up to that person who's hosting that estate sale and ask them straight out.
Yeah.
Do you have any cards?
Do you have any video
us?
games? Do you have any playing cards?
Yes. And Cuisinart.
Cuisinart parts. Yes. We love Cuisinart parts.
Thank you so much for joining us. And we hope it inspired you to keep your eyes peeled for some amazingly fun and crazy looking little Joker cards.
Yeah, guys. Thank you so much. Again, we appreciate all of your support each and every show. Thanks again, guys. And we'll see you next time.
Yes. Bye, guys. Have a great week.
That's up to you.